My greatest hope for the field of learning disabilities over the next 10 years is to really begin to understand what type of learning disabilities exist, what are the subtypes of learning disabilities. And we've focused over the last 4 decades of research on learning disabilities on the areas of achievement in reading, writing, spelling, and math, and have come up with words like dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia. And these are, very serious learning disabilities that affect kids at school today. But my hope for the next 10 years is we can begin to understand the cognitive reasons why children struggle with these achievement areas in reading, writing, spelling, and math, but also in other areas that children with learning disabilities struggle in. And these are things like social relationships, being able to follow instructions in class, being able to take notes, being able to follow conversations with their peers, being able to do math problem solving, take notes, and listen to instructions at the same time, these multi-cognitive functions. And my hope is that research, as we begin to look at programs like Aerosmith, that we can begin to understand what are the cognitive reasons why children with learning disabilities struggle in the classroom situation, and academically, as well as socially, in their learning environments, at home, with their friends. And once we can begin to understand these cognitive functions, how that affects the wide range of social, emotional, academic needs, we can begin to classify learning disabilities in a much more succinct way, and one that we can then classify and then also treat. With programs like Aerosmith, not only can you identify these cognitive functions, but you can actually treat them once they're identified. And I think the future holds a great promise with this ability to measure cognitive functioning, provide the treatment necessary, and see the behavioral change that takes place as treatment is implemented. So I think it's an exciting time in the next 10 years to see this. I'm excited as someone who is involved in the field of learning disabilities, and I believe researchers who are studying learning disabilities, also those in neuroscience who are looking at the brain, are also very excited to see where this field can go and how much promise we can give students and children and young adults who are struggling with these learning difficulties.